Hey guys, welcome to another Nose for Gamer video. Today I'm going to look at a large lot that I purchased off the bay of Atari 7800 and 2600 stuff, including some stuff I'm very excited about and a mega bunch of games. Now, all this stuff was given or sold as is, untested, but it looked to be in pretty good cosmetic condition, so I was willing to take the risk. So some of this stuff may not work, but I'm still excited about it nonetheless. First up, how about an Atari 7800 system? Now, it comes without the hookups. It's just the system itself. It does have some controllers. We'll get to that. But it looks to be in pretty good condition. And it's one of the original models with the expansion interface included in there. There's the pins inside. So it's one of the original models. So if it works, it's one of the most compatible models with 2600 games. Also included was not just a 7800, but how about a 2600 Junior? I really like the sleek design of the 2600 Junior. And again, there was a plug for it, but no RF cable. So I will check it out, but it looks to be in pretty good condition. So I look forward to checking it out. Atari stuff for the most part tends to be, if you don't know if it's going to work or not, it tends to have a pretty good chance of working, even though it is getting up there in the years. Also came with just your standard 2600 joystick. Also had a standard 7800 pain line controller. Let's see, here is the plug I was telling you about. It's like a generic plug. Actually, no, it is. It says Atari, silver label on there. So it's an Atari plug. This is for the Junior 2600. Also will work with other 2600 systems. This was cool to have in there. One of the Euro pads. Doesn't have the little stick, but feels like it should be in good working order. So that's a cool find. Those are kind of rare here in the States. Let's reach over here. Got a set of paddle controllers. One of the knobs on top is a little busted. It comes off really easily, but I have some broken paddle controllers, so maybe I'll take a good knob and put it on top. So always good to have another set of paddle controllers. Had some box games, just a couple of them. How about a sealed but really beat up copy of Venture, the red box version? Yeah, it looks like it's seen better days, but cartridge is still in there, so we'll check that out later. Here's an oldie, Air Sea Battle, also sealed, brand new. So it also has quite a bit of crushing. And then this one is not sealed, but it's Robotron 2084 for your Atari 7800 Pro system. Now, before I get to the games, the most exciting thing I was able to get in this lot is this. It's the Atari XG1 or XE light gun. By itself, I had never seen the gun sold by itself in its own box before this auction, so I was very excited to get this. I did test it out a little bit. I think it's working. It looks great inside, but I was just so excited because like I said, I've never seen the gun by itself in a box. I always seen it bundled with the XE system or sold separately, just a loose gun, but the box, that is really cool. So really dig that. I will at some point, I hope to do a review just on this gun, so maybe I'll open it up more then. All right, so I also got a lot of games. Actually, I think I got 100 of them, so let's do this quickly. How about Astro Blast? That would be an M Network game for the 7800, Donkey Kong Jr. Asteroids, Ball Blazer, great game for the 7800. Asteroids this time for the 7800. And there's more Asteroids. So some duplicates. Most of these are not, but that is a duplicate. Adventure. There is a great game with some great label art. Really dig the dragon holding up the key. Thankfully, they have combat. What would I have done if it didn't have combat? I would have gone crazy. And they also have Defender. So some popular titles. How about this? Ninja Golf. There's a reason to own a 7800 right there. Ninja Golf. That is not an easy game to come by in the wild. Real Sports Baseball. The original Donkey Kong on the 7800. Bowling on the 2600. I really dig the original 2600 box art, but I also like this art for Desert Falcon, a great little game that you could only play on your 7800. How about Skateboarding? That is some radical label art there. One of the later releases came out when the NES was for sale. Galaga or Galega or however you want to pronounce it. I've heard different theories of how it's actually supposed to be pronounced. Everyone says Galaga, but that's not necessarily how it's supposed to be. Battlezone. think it's supposed to be Galaga. I can't remember. Football. Back when you could give games generic names. Barnyard Blaster, just reviewed that on my show, so check that out if you're curious what Barnyard Blaster is all about. Centipede, I believe I reviewed that about a year ago. Another Defender. No, defend him. No, defend her. Slot Machine. Don't have this in my collection. Looking forward to trying that out. Frogger. Ribbit. If you ever get a Parker Brothers game without the label, about a 50-50 chance it's Frogger. And look at another copy of Venture, so I don't even have to open my new Crush copy. I can just play that version right there. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just a lot of games, like Space Jockey. I reviewed that one. I actually reviewed both of those games already, but I haven't reviewed Video Olympics, which is like Pong on steroids for paddle controllers. I have not reviewed Jedi Arena Star Wars. Have reviewed Winter Games, but I really like that Epic's box art, label art. Here's a classic, E.T. You know, if this was buried in a desert, it would have been worth much more. Return of the Jedi. Ironically, I just got a copy of that boxed, so now I have two. I really like the silver label edition of Space Invaders. I think that looks sharp. Usually see the standard label. Joust for the 7800 with Screaming Ostrich on the cover. Solaris, somewhat of a cult hit. I've heard lots of good things about Solaris. I'll have to spend some time with it at some point. Tower Toppler with some just very bizarre label art. I got games from everywhere, including Shark Attack. I might have to look into Shark Attack really soon. It's got a shark. How about Scrapyard Dog? Another later release for the 7800 that is not easy to come by. I have a non-labeled Parker Brother game, so there's a good chance it's Frogger. Air Sea Battle. Again, I got the box copy, and now I don't have to open it. Moon Patrol for the 2600. Missile Command 2600. Meltdown for the 7800 light gun game, just like Barnyard Blaster, which I can use my XG light gun with. Got Double Warlords for double the fun. And Yar's Revenge, but it looks like the glue in the label has taken its revenge on the label art. Dark Chambers for the 2600. If you're interested, I reviewed both the 2600 and the 7800 versions of the game. Code Breaker. I don't think I have this one yet. One of the original text labels. And there's a very original text label, Blackjack. So I like those original text labels. I like the art too. I like everything, except I don't like Sword Quest Earthworld, but I will review it at some point. Was that a spoiler alert? Gravatar, and that cartridge looks like it's in really good shape. These games look like they're really good shape, so I think you can understand why I wasn't worried about buying an as-is auction when it looks like this. When they're covered in dirt, I get a little more concerned, but Galaxian looks like it's in good condition. Journey Escape, which I reviewed, looks like it's in good condition. Pole Position looks like it's in good condition, so lots of potential there. The games just keep coming. What's great about Atari games is you can buy them in lots like this, and you only spend a couple bucks for each cartridge, and you could build a collection really quickly, like Star Voyager. Here's one I don't own, Starship. I feel like a used car salesman, but wait, there's more, like Hat Trick. Haunted House. Crossbow, reviewed that, and I have a video that shows you every screen from that game. California Games, what's up, dude? Here, I'll put you over by skateboard and you guys can hang out together. Dig Dug, great conversion of the arcade classic, at least in my opinion. But wait, if you order now, you will get Casino. 3D Tic-Tac-Toe. I've never seen the text label version of that. Mysterious Parker Brothers game, which is probably Frogger. Oh, this is cool. I've never had one of these. Okay, this is Checkers, one of the original early Activision games. And what's cool about it is it has the original styrofoam inside. I've never had an Activision game with the styrofoam. They did this with the early titles to help keep the dust out. So And I think you just put it in just like that, and it squeezes down, and then it comes back up to catch the dust. Very cool. I'm excited about that. Who knew I could get so excited about Styrofoam? Not as excited about Ms. Pac-Man, but still a great game. I'm excited about Styrofoam. Super Breakout. It could use some more Styrofoam. They just keep coming. Newspaper, Centipede, Donkey Kong, Dig Dug for the 2600. Here's a game I don't have, Piece O' Cake by US Games. I believe that's the Quaker Oats company, or at least for a while they were owned by Quaker Oats. Phoenix reviewed that. Great little 2600 title. Joust for the 2600, Laser Blast for the 2600, Kangaroo, a great game for the 2600, Jungle Hunt, another great game for the 2600. The hits just keep coming. This box is like Atari's greatest hits. Junior Pac-Man, have not reviewed that, but I've heard really good things about Junior Pac-Man. This, I believe, is Missile Command. It's the Sears version. It doesn't have the small label at the end. I got 2 Pac-Mans. One is the Telegames version, so I can play on my Telegames system, and one is for the Atari VCS. Or actually, I could swap them. They work just fine in either one. Superman, just in time for the Batman-Superman movie that will be coming out in a month or so. And we got Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, Tutankhamun. Getting close to the end here. Pitfall 2 and Pitfall 1. There's a great combination right there. It looks like this one's had some work done, some cosmetic surgery. I don't think I have this one, Trick Shot. I believe this is like billiards or pool for the Atari 2600. Robotron, again, so that's why, you know, they have these box games, but they somehow got more than one. Super Huey. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I got some enjoyment out of Super Huey. I feel like I'm going in some gigantic Atari Christmas stocking. Jinx. I just reviewed Jinx, and Jinx is not that great. Ice Hockey. I've not reviewed. That's a great game. I've heard bad things about Racquetball, so I look forward to reviewing that. Of course, if you got a 7800 lot, you need Pole Position 2. And Pole Position 2, the label version. So that's kind of neat. And another Asteroids. I think we already had another Asteroid. So there we go. Ooh, I'm still feeling some more at the bottom of my giant stocking of Atari goodness. Like Space War. I don't think I have. Well, I might have that. I don't know. Sometimes when you collect Atari games, you get so many easily, you forget what you got. But I do have Ms. Pac-Man on the 2600. Great version of that game. I don't know if I met a Ms. Pac-Man that I didn't like on any system. Xevious, another classic for the Atari 7800. What? Wait, there's more? Who's hanging out at the bottom? Oh, it's one-on-one. Larry Bird and Dr. J were just hanging out where the cool kids hang out in the back of the bus. And let's see if there's any more. I think that is it. It certainly feels like it. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video. I know I'm going to enjoy cleaning these and checking them out and getting out my Europad and seeing how they go. So thank you guys for giving me a little part of your day. Go ahead, click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time on the No Script Gamer. Take care, everybody.